Happy Friday, kids. How we doing? Welcome to Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Montez, and we're being brought to you by the Weed Squad, St. Louis. 420 is on the way. We're getting close. Stop by their location at 8088 Watson Road, or you can just go to www.dremontez.com. Click on the sponsors, and there's a link for all the sponsors that are scrolling on the bottom of the screen, including our title sponsor, the Weed Squad. With 420 on the way, getting close, you can find out what their upcoming specials are for you. But how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. It is what I like to call Fist Pump Friday. So can we fist pump it? All right. Let's get a high five. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. Good social distance hug. There we go. Oh man, this weather has been fantastic. Great patio weather. Great barbecue weather. Your first time barbecuing person. You're trying to get your skills together. This is right now the time to do it. It's not too hot, not too cold, not windy anymore. I don't think there's an Afro alert going on, what I like to call a wind advisory. Happy birthday to you if you're celebrating a birthday today. Happy anniversary. Congratulations. Good luck, and you deserve it. All those right there are for you. But a special birthday shout out to my man, Mr. Dan Dawson. My man, Mr. Dan Dawson. Heck of a guy. Enjoy your birthday, young sir, and enjoy your weekend as well. My softball friends out there and the people that know Mr. Derek Eldridge, he is going through something, so speedy recovery to my man, Mr. Derek, right there. Great softball dude. Great softball dude. But a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of things have happened. We got Major League Baseball season going on. It started off pretty good. Go Cards, go Cards. The NBA is getting to that crucial point where people are starting to talk a little bit more trash at the barbershop and at their man caves as well. We got the NFL draft fastly approaching. How does your team look with the upcoming draft compared to last year? Did your team make the playoffs last year? Are they getting close to the playoffs? What was the missing ingredient? You need that high draft pick. You need that unconditional trade. Maybe a good free agent pickup. Who are you talking out of retirement? You be the judge. Documentaries on the rise. New movies out as well. And a whole lot of things on television are taking place. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much as we come to you live from Studio 63 on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can follow our show as well as the podcast, Who's to Blame? And we still have up our last podcast episode where we talked about the preview about the 2021 Major League Baseball season. There are several ways you can follow the show on social media. We have a page on Facebook, Who's to Blame, Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast, and Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. We also have a YouTube channel, Dre Montez, for you as well. And wherever you get your podcast or listen to your podcast at. We're on SoundCloud, Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play out there for your listening needs and pleasure. Because podcasts are great to listen to. When you're cleaning your house, cooking dinner, cleaning out your car. Perfect time to listen to a podcast to get through the day and the moment, and that's what we try to do here with Montez at Midday, and as well as Who's to Blame, the podcast. Shout out to all you good people out there. Shout out to you, but we're going to get things underway and just talk about some things here on this Fist Pump Friday that have seemed to come up in recent conversation. I talked about this a few times about Alex Rodriguez. J-Lo. But A-Rod and the NBA seem to be coming together with a group that was put together to possibly buy the Minnesota Timberwolves. I was at a Cardinal game 2 years ago, and A-Rod was calling the Sunday night game. I'm at gate 2, just dropped off a group of people, and I see the black SUV pull in. So I already know the game is on ESPN Sunday night. I already know who's in the truck. Already know. A-Rod's calling the game. I'm like, okay, here we go. I pull out the cell phone. I see the big tall brother get out the SUV. He goes to open up the door, and lo and behold, what walks out? Nothing but ass. It was J-Lo. I pull out the phone to take the picture. I hit the click button, and my phone dies. I went right home. I just when your night starts like that, it can't get any better. It can only go downhill from there. I left probably in the second inning. I took my ass home. J Lo was right there, right there. I saw her get out that shoe. I was like, this gonna do it here. And the phone died. That was my last Android. uh, that was a wrap. That was the last Android cell phone that we have ever attempted to have again. That was probably more than 2 years ago. It was probably 2.5 years ago when that happened. But congratulations how Mr. A-Rod can pull that off. But it's Fist Pump Friday, and for my travelers out there, if you're going to Disney this year, you may see something a little different. Disney has gotten a little bit lax with the uniforms, letting the kids pretty much wear what they want to wear. If they want to make a statement, or put some affirmations on their shirt, or recognize a culture or a cause, or whatever it may be, Disney is letting the employees show the appreciation of what they're trying to show. I want to see how this is going to turn out. And again, I'm pretty glad and happy I didn't go to Disney as a child. I'm glad I went as an adult. I was 30 years old when I went. I tell you what, so fucking happy that happened. Ain't no way. I don't see no damn reason to be taking no child under the age of 10 to Disney. They're not going to remember it. They're going to get tired. They can't drink alcohol. They can't go to any other clubs. And they go to bed early. Kid's not going. But that's your household. I'm going to let you run it the way that you want to. Right there for sure. I talked about my love of documentaries and movies. But over COVID, I've realized that when it comes to documentaries, I like the ones with the actual people in it. Not other people telling what they know about the individual. That's like somebody making a documentary about you, but you're not in it. What kind of shit is that? But there have been some out there that have been, pretty interesting to look at. It makes you do the and the ha, and I wonder what was going on here. But I saw two. I saw Richard Pryor, and I just recently saw Tina Turner. Matter of fact, I saw them both the same day. One earlier in the day and one later on. But the Richard Pryor one, what stuck out to me about Richard Pryor is called I Am Richard Pryor. I had no idea that Sidney Poitier directed Stir Crazy. No idea. No idea. No idea. The amount of pressure put on people that are in the eye of the people that have seemed to succeed well in front of us, grow up in front of us, go through that turmoil in their career, rebound. We feel like we have a connection with them. Like we can understand what they're going through. Oh, okay. We applaud you. We say, okay, let's get it together. Oh, we understand where you're coming from. Aha. The pinnacle moment of the career when you turn around and look back and realize where you came from and how did you get there. That's how I think Richard Pryor looked at certain things. Whether it's the movie you saw at JoJo Dancer, or you have his albums or his 8-track tapes, so his movies, whatever it may be, how did Richard Pryor come into your life? And did you really appreciate the craft that he did? But when it comes to comedians, some kind of tell us and some don't. That act on stage, 90% of that is true. They're telling us true shit that they went through, but trying to bring a comedic side to it. As painful as it may be, they're giving us laughter and appreciation. But if you turn around and you say, damn, we were laughing at Richard Pryor growing up in a whorehouse, him seeing his mama get down, his grandmama was the madam, he was raped as a young boy, we're laughing about that. But when he's off the stage and he's home alone and he's realizing everything that he just spilled out on stage, sometimes it does not come out in a way as it was given out and received to the person that's doing it. It's like a self reflection type moment. And I think of all of that kind of, which was never, counseling wasn't a big thing back then for black people. That wasn't no big thing. There was no damn therapy. Best friends were best friends. Let's go out and kick it together. But, now people can see the signs and they're paying attention. There's a little bit more resources and things out there for you. The circle is smaller in some people, But in Richard Pryor's case, I'm just looking at everything through this documentary and what I know and what I grew up listening to and what I saw with my own eyes. I just wish it was more stronger people around him between, I say, 77 and 85. If the right people were around him, the right people would have been around him. But hey, I'm not going to take nothing for granted what I saw and experienced. Seen anything that Richard Pryor done. But the man was something else behind the scenes. Everything that he was involved in. The story of Blazing Saddles, how he was going to be in it. But at that time, Jim Brown was his agent and told him not to do that movie. But he is accredited as being a writer of that movie. So check your credits on Blazing Saddles the next time you see that movie. If you haven't seen I Am Richard Pryor, check out that documentary. Tina Turner. Mm, mm, mm. If you're a child of the 70s, how music came in your home is probably different across the board, how music came in your home. Either your parents hosting parties all the time, or when your mom and daddy get mad at each other, they turn the music up, put the album on a little loud, and you get to hear that voice, that soulful voice. And then you get people who really follow music, want to give you their rendition of these artists that are still with us or gone or done with the music career, but they're still with us. And Tina, watching that documentary, only thing I know about Tina Turner is what happened between her and Ike and the movie that was made. What's Love got to do with it? Great job, Angela Bassett. But Tina Turner, the movie was made about it with Angela Bassett. She had a play on Broadway and a best-selling book. Come on. Come on. Now, I knew Ike in the court battle, All I Want Is My Name, but they showed the actual paperwork, the value of things, the money, all that was transferred over to Mr. Ike Turner. Wow. And for her to turn it all around. Then your mama don't even love you and she tells you this, but she wants to reap the benefits of your success. But that Tina documentary is very well put together. And both of these documentaries I saw, Richard Pryor and Tina Turner, both of them were in it and actually telling you real things that went on. Real things that went on. I appreciate both of them as an artist, what they did on the screen. Don't forget, Tina was in Max Beyond the Thunderdome and early COVID pandemic. I watched all of those and horrible movies when you look at the gist of the storyline. But when you're young, they're fantastic movies. But when you get older, you're like, and you see the whole storyline. What? But still, check out both of those documentaries right there. If you're just tuning in, I'm Montez at midday. I want to thank you very much. And we're being brought to you by a title sponsor, The Weed Squad. With 420 coming up, check them out. Go to the website, DreMontez.com. We're going to take a small break here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about these kids and these damn cell phones.
Mountain Man screws as smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
mountainmanscrub.com. Get your scrub on today. The promo, just type in DRE, DRE for instant savings right away. There it is right there. Give your hands, elbows, knees, toes, and also amazing for tattoos. There it is. Bring the tramp stamp color back to where it was. All right, kids and cell phones. What kids would do to cell phones to prove to you that they're ready for cell phones is amazing to me. In television shows, they've shown it. In movies, they've tried to tell you. And you hear stories throughout early morning talk radio and just throughout conversations with your friends who have kids that think they're ready for a cell phone. So I think right now, most people that I know that have little baby son of a bitches, the child, they're saying a kid needs a cell phone. Age 8 is the youngest I've seen someone have a cell phone, and age 10. That right there, 8 to 10-year-old people thinking their kids need a cell phone. But that's all up to you if you want to give your kid a cell phone and monitor them or whatever you got to do. But my thing is, when the kid comes up to you and says, Mom, Dad, I want a cell phone, and you tell them, I don't think you're ready, but I am ready. And they give you the reasons why they are ready. And they're pretty hilarious to me. You can always find me. Okay. I'm going straight home to school. You can put the GPS on there if you want to. And my friends have one. That's like the top ones right there why kids are coming to you. Oh, the clean up my room ain't gonna work. Picking up after the pet, not gonna work. Helping you with dinner, that ain't gonna work either. But what is the true, nice age, realistic age for a kid to have a cell phone? Now, I'm not talking about your extravagant lifestyle. I'm talking about you got a little baby son of a bitch between the age of 8 and 10. Do they deserve a cell phone or not? I'm not talking about when you were a kid, because you probably had a pager, a beeper, a two-way pager, a flip phone, and a house phone and a car phone back in your day. But now you've learned the lessons and the reason why you shouldn't have that device. But now, with something different and extras kicked off. It's called what, kids? Social media. And not everybody is ready for that. I mean, cell phones come with a great deal of responsibility. Not just, well, you can use it in school now because there's a calculator on there and you never know when your family's going to have an emergency. So no one can just take your damn cell phone while your teacher's up here giving a damn lecture. You're not supposed to have it out at work. But we've seen all the videos. People got their phone out at work. That's not even going to happen. That's one of the main reasons I'm glad I'm not in the industry anymore. I can't take when people try to give you excuses while they're on the cell phone at work. That's one of my main rants and raves about Metrolink security. All I'm on the cell phone all the time. There ain't nothing going on. There's no way you're talking to command posts from your cell phone. You want to eliminate all this? Metrolink should give everybody the cell phone that they buy. You're not allowed to have your personal cell phone on the job. If there's an emergency in your household, have them call Metrolink and they'll pay you. How about that? I bet we'll eliminate some of the things. The attention span is off the charts right now. I'm just intrigued and amazed by the reasons that kids give their parents on why they need a cell phone. And the reason I brought this up is this television show I watch called Breeders. Listen, I think my new thing is watching English shows because the way they talk to each other, you're bloody wanker, you're wanker. I just love the way they cuss each other out and the way they talk to their kids. Phenomenal. They're real with them. They don't sugarcoat it. Right to the point. They get right to them. They're like telling a little kid when they do something bad at school, I'm gonna call your mama. Please no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't call her. If you got one of them mamas that go spider monkey on you in front of anybody, don't call her. That's why I love these English shows. If you've never seen Breeders, man, That is parenting at its finest for sure. With the upcoming draft, there's all kind of things to look forward to. As a diehard Denver Bronco fan, as a football fanatic, I look at the draft for just all kind of reasons. The stories, for one. You know, what pushes and drives these kids. That is the uniqueness of it. Their work ethic. The background story, and the fact they're about to go into a realm of financial stability in more ways than one they never saw fit coming. But certain things happen along that path. When you're getting closer and closer to being a potential NFL draftee, high stock is in you. Again, know your value and understand your value. So they're going to look at your family. They're going to dig through the trash, see what's going on. They're going to investigate the people around you. And then they're going to interview you. And some people can interview. Some people can talk with a mic in front of the camera. Some people can handle that. Some cannot very well. And what happened is Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence did an interview with Sports Illustrated. And you tell me, Sunshine, as I call him, looks like he's in California, but his brother looks suspect. FBI may be checking him out. But Trevor Lawrence actually said there's no chip on his shoulder. He doesn't need to really go in here and prove anything to anybody. He doesn't need this game. He doesn't really need football. You potential number one draft pick. Then his girlfriend, this is the killer here. This is the killer. His girlfriend said, well, I think there's more to life than football. Okay. We all know there's more to life than football. We all know that. There's more to life than sports. We all know that. But you're the potential number one draft pick and your girlfriend says that, I tell you what. How about you go and get one of those jobs that says it's more than football? Go get one of those and tell me how that works out for you. Go get one of those for me right there. Sometimes people don't have the right people around them at all. At all. Who was the person who told him to say that? Come on, man. You got to have some type of common sense. Even if you don't really want to be that invested in football. If you don't want to watch game film for 8 hours, you ain't got to tell us that. If you don't want to try to get better at your job, you don't have to tell us that. If your girlfriend or wife don't really like football, you ain't got to tell us that. It will show. It will show. But now, here's what's going to happen. Now the locker room going to be looking at you sideways if you in a game and y'all lose a game. Now they're going to question your work ethic, your habits, your skill set, your mindset, your process. All that is going to be challenged by that one simple interview. Over the past 50 years of my life, this is not the first time an athlete has put their own foot in their mouth, and then you hear years later, oh, I wish I wouldn't have said that. I wish I wouldn't have said that. Tony Mandrich, Brian Urlacher, Brian Bosworth, they've all have said things about their football mindset that has come back to bite them in the ass. Those are just a couple off the top of my head. But who said, well, Trevor, I think you ought to do this interview with Sports Illustrated and be really truthful on what you want to say? What the? What? Everybody can't be terrific Tom. Tom Brady. Mom, it's that man again. T12. Everybody can't be Peyton Manning. Drew Breezy for Sheezy for Easy down in the Big Easy. You have to be your own self. Mind what the Mel Kipers of the world are saying. All these football experts are saying, oh, he kind of reminds me of the arm strength of a young Dan Marino. Fuck that. Be you. Don't listen to all that. See, when they listen to all that, they try to buy into the hype, and that's where confusion comes in at. But if we just let you be you, it'll be all right. I guarantee you, not 5 people on one hand has been to a strip club and said, you remind me of homegirl in Players Club. No. 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 No, 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 no. But Trevor Lawrence, I hope this all works out for you in a way that becomes really, really appreciative to you. I really do. because I think this ain't gonna come back and bite you in the ass. You might have to cut your hair like the quarterback did with the Chargers. Who the hell is that? Who is that? The things that happen out here, sometimes we can help it and sometimes we can't. Major League Baseball, 74th anniversary, Jackie Robinson Day yesterday. I don't think that there's not enough gist that can go along about 415, Jackie Robinson Day. But I want to take it a step further. You know, glad the fans are back. Glad that teams are really sharing their knowledge and experience and know-how of knowing who Jackie Robinson is and what he meant to the game, what he meant for them. But yesterday on Major League Baseball Network, you had John Smoltz and Harold Reynolds and Pedro Martinez on the show, and they were talking about the ratio of African Americans in baseball when they played and what Jackie meant to them when they played. And Pedro said to John Smoltz, you never had to deal with anything like what Jackie went through or what any of the African American players went through when they were coming up in the league. It's no knock on what you did in your baseball career at all. But when you hear stories of that, what does that mean to you, John Smoltz? And John talked about that 1996 Mazda 626 that he was in love with that he had. But he really answered this question in the most intellectual, professional way that I've heard of in quite some time. He said, I didn't know that much, so it was up to me to do my homework. And he talked about his experience and his trip going to the Major League Baseball Negro Museum in Kansas City and what that meant to him. And he looked at the camera and said, it is up to each and every person to go look at that place. Go check it out. Do a tour. And just see not just Jackie's story, but the story of the Negro League baseball player and their path. I mean, can you imagine being teammates with somebody and you're not allowed to talk to them at all? You can't kick it with them in the hotel room. They really had a shotgun room. Go in your bathroom right now. Go in your bathroom. Put a bed in there. Okay. Put a hot plate in there. Okay. Now close the door. That was the room for the traveling Negro League baseball player. That was the room. But Harold Reynolds also pointed out something. He was talking to Pedro and John. He said, when I was with the Mariners, at one time, there were 15 African Americans on my roster, on his roster. Wow. Wow. Impressive. I like the way they did it, the way it was done and captured on television. Now, some of the gameplay yesterday. Explain to me, Major League Baseball professional player. The ball is hit to the right side, and there's one out, and there's a runner at first base. One out. Ball hit to the right side. The pitcher does what, kids? He runs a banana to first base. Okay? All right? Because the first baseman fields the ball. He throws it to first. First baseman drops the ball. So the runner from first, he keeps going. Guess where the second baseman went? He went to home plate. For what? Little League even know that is not what you do. There were 3 errors on one play yesterday. I believe it was the White Sox Indians game. I haven't seen nothing like that. You're gonna drop a ball, you're gonna miss a grounder. The sun's out, you're gonna miss a pop fly. But the fundamentals of the game, not knowing where you need to be at, now that's baffling to me in Major League Baseball. Look at the managers, look at the base coaches when that happens sometimes. Look in the dugout. Don't look at the player reaction. Look at the coaches. Some of the 6-year-old would know how to do better than that. But oh well, here we are today on this Fist Pump Friday. And is the no-hitter still a thing in baseball? Is that still like a surprising? Are you still like, that's a great feat? I think the way pitching has been over the past 5 years, they're not appreciated as much as they used to be. Maybe the perfect game, but the no hitter is not getting the love that it used to get. The walk off home run is getting more. The bat throwing is getting more love. The telling the fans to hush when you hit a home run, the visiting crowd, hush. When you play at a visiting stadium and you hit a bomb because you just got jacked, hush as you're running second base, rounding second base. Hush. Those are getting more love and appreciation than a Major League Baseball no hitter. MLB, we got some work to do. Fist Pump Friday at its finest. We'll give you a rundown what we've discussed already. A-Rod is a potential future owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves with this group that he's about to be that he's a part of. The two documentaries I saw, Richard Pryor, I Am Richard Pryor, and I, Tina. Disney giving the employees a little thumbs up on the uniform choice that they would like to make. What will kids do for a cell phone? Again, happy 74th anniversary on Jackie Robinson Day, as well as Trevor Lawrence Sports Illustrated article. But before all that is, yesterday was also a great day because of the WNBA draft. Since before the pandemic, we saw the NBA draft. Hilarious. Hilarious. The moms and the side chicks and the baby mamas. I'm sorry. The moms and the aunties, the grandmamas, the uncle. And we don't know who that dude is at the NBA draft. The NFL draft, oh my God. The girlfriend that won her street credit. The mama that don't like her. You see all that. The NHL draft, young kids who have no idea what's about to happen to them. The WNBA draft. Did you see those women last night? I think everyone that was drafted last night could be a potential model on Vogue. All of them. All of them. I've never been to a Dallas WNBA game. I want to go there. I want to go to Chicago, Atlanta, and Vegas to see those teams play. My goodness. My goodness. The way the moms were dressed, the moms and the daughter looked alike last night. I mean, I'm talking spitting image. Spitting the dads that were there, got dressed sharp. The boyfriends held their composure. Held their composure. I want the potential upcoming women that are going to be at the NFL draft next to their boo. Look at how the men acted at the WNBA draft. So you got to be on your best behavior. Still bring it. But sit there. It's their day. Let them enjoy their day. We know you about to get paid, but let the talent show, huh? Let the talent show. All right. Don't forget if you receive it when you have earned it. That's a footnote I got to put out there. You receive it when you have earned it. Keep that in mind. Fist Pump Friday is here. Should be a little liquid sunshine over the weekend, but not too bad. Got a whole lot of things going on this weekend. Country Music Awards, NASCAR, primetime NBA action. Oh my goodness. Let the DVR go right now, kids. Good luck to my Cardinals on the road. Thank you so much. Kids, boys, and girls, women of all ages, we're going to get out of here. And also, enjoy your weekend, guys. Be safe. Keep that distance still. It ain't over yet. Hang in there. We got it. We're going to get through this together. Like my great-grandpappy always told me, if your back pockets are touching, it means you have no ass at all. But most importantly, do not forget to appreciate the details of the day. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to Montez at midday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Play smart. And hopefully, something good happens. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And we're out of here, kids. Until next time, we'll see you Monday. Same time, same back channel. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, NBA 2K.